Hey guys, I wanted to take you through a quick tutorial on how to use two basic tools in Adobe Premiere Pro. First, you're going to want to open Adobe Premiere Pro. When it opens, it'll take you to a screen that looks like this. From here, you're going to want to click on New Project. Then you're going to title your project something. I'm going to type Basic Edit for mine. And then you want to choose where you want it to save. So you're going to hit Browse, choose the folder you'd like it to be saved in, and hit Select Folder. Then hit OK, and it's going to bring you to a page that looks like this. Now you'll want to import your files, so you'll want to go to File, Import, and you can select all the files you want to import by holding down Control while you click them, and hit Open. Once your files are imported, they'll show up down here in the project bin. Now there's two ways that we can add them to the timeline. I'm going to show you for both. First, you can just select your first clip. I'm going to use this clip first and drag it onto your timeline. Now that the file's over here on the timeline, you can use the playhead to move through the clip, or you can press play and watch it. But for my project, I don't want this clip to be this long, so I'm going to shorten it, and I'm going to show you two different ways that you can shorten clips in Adobe Premiere. So I'm going to choose where I want it to start. I'm going to slide this playhead. I think I want it to start about here. So then I'm going to use the razor tool. I'm going to cut it. I'm going to take the select tool, and I'm going to delete the portion that I don't want. I'm going to do the same thing at the end of this clip, but I'm going to show you a different way to shorten it. So I want it to end about here. You can take the selection tool, which I already have selected. If not, I could hit V on my keyboard and that would select it. The selection tool is a content sensitive tool, so like I can move the playhead with it, I can drag my file with it. I can also trim files by holding it over the edge and dragging in. You'll notice that you get a different icon, you get a red bracket, and that shows that you're going to trim a file if you click there. So once that's done, you can add another file to the timeline, and I'm going to show you how to use the source window to do that. So the second clip I want to add is this one. So I'm going to double click it, and it's going to open in the source file. The source file has a playhead similar to the project file, and I'm going to select where I want my video to start. So I think I want it to start about here. And now I can either hit I on my keyboard or select Mark In, and that will start the beginning of my clip. And then I'm going to drag this to where I want the clip to end, maybe around here. And then I can hit O on my keyboard or select Mark Out here. And then you'll see this part of the timeline is highlighted. So then if I click this video and drag it down onto my timeline, that's the part that's going to drag in. So now obviously I dragged this in a little too far, so I want to delete this empty space. I can take my file and butt it up, but if you go too far, it'll merge with that file, or if you don't get close enough, it'll leave black space. So a better way to do it is to click the space in between and hit delete, and it'll move your file right up next to it. You can do that here at the beginning too, where I left open space, hit delete, and it's going to pull the whole project forward. So then you can hit play, you can watch it. And here I'm noticing that there's these black bars on the top of my video where the video isn't the same resolution as this one. So I'm going to click up here. I'm going to drag the video to take up the whole preview window. And on this clip, if you notice from the source file, this is zoomed in. If you right click, you can click scale to frame size, and it's going to bring you the whole clip in here. So I'm going to add a couple more clips using the selection tool and the razor tool to cut them down, and then we'll show you how to export it. Okay then guys, when you're happy with your project, you can go up to File, Export, Media. This screen has a lot of different options on it, but we are just going to hit Q, and that's going to open it in Adobe Media Encoder. If you don't have this installed, I would definitely recommend it. It allows you to save as an MP4. Speaking of MP4s, we're going to click this drop down arrow, and we're going to click H.264, which is the MP4 file. I do mine on high bitrate. Depending on what you're using the file for, you may need different settings, but this is what I use to upload to YouTube. And then you're going to hit the play button. And once this is done saving, your file is ready to go and you can upload it to YouTube. Hey guys, thanks again for watching. If you found this tutorial useful, hit that like button, and if you want to see more tutorials by us, hit the subscribe button and comment down below what you'd like to see us do.